Good afternoon, my dear students. Already we have discussed the menstrual cycle, abnormalities in menstrual cycle, irregular bleeding, vaginal discharge, pelvic pain, likewise. Then already we have discussed physical examination, laboratory test CA125, cervical cytology, Bethesda system, and test for gonorrhea, chlamydia, likewise is sexual transmitted diseases, hysterosalpingogram, ultrasonography, colposcopy, conization, hysteroscopy, endometrial biopsy. Likewise, already we have discussed. Now I am going to discuss with you laparoscopy on gynecologic surgery. Gynecology surgery. Uh, those are the laparoscopic surgery instruments, probe, and in this method it is very easy to do the surgery with the with by seeing the screen, and a very small incision or cut being used, and very uh, discomfort is very less, and after examination surgery also can be done through this laparoscope. Therefore patient should be kept in fasting for this uh, laparoscopic examination. uh, then this is the surgery pictures of doing surgery. After cleaning the abdominal area, and then hereafter drape the patient, then put a small incision on umbilical area, through the varus insert the varus needle through the varus needle, uh, fill the abdomen with carbon dioxide so to see the inside of the abdomen well. Hereafter, two small incisions done in two sides to enter the uh, laparoscopic probe, and then another incision to insert scissors and other uh, insert the other instruments into the abdomen, sucker tube, likewise. So hereafter do the surgery will. Laparoscopy description: endoscopic visualization of the pelvic and abdominal cavities through a small incision below the umbilicus. That laparoscopy being used to visualize or to see the abdominal cavity through small incision below the umbilicus. It is used to diagnose pelvic pain and infertility, differentiate between ovarian, tubal, and uterine masses, then evaluate genital anomalies, treat endometriosis, ectopic pregnancy, uh, and adhesions, and perform tubal sterilization. Most commonly used. Ectopic pregnancy means in the fertilization or fertilization has been done apart from the fallopian tube, away from the fallopian tube. Okay. Uh, The nursing and patient care consideration. Obtain pregnancy test if patient is within childbearing years as indicated, or mother is married. Prepare patient by ensuring that she has taken nothing by mouth. It is very important to keep patient fasting, answering questions about the procedure, and administering a sedative and enema if ordered. Inform patient that she may experience shoulder or abdominal discomfort after the procedure, from the infusion of carbon dioxide given to separate the intestines from pelvic organs. Elevation of feet higher than shoulders after the procedure helps to relieve this shoulder pain, shoulder discomfort. Patient will receive local, general or regional anesthesia and will be placed in Trendelenburg's position to displace the intestines for better visualization. Usually in this procedure or laparoscopic surgery or laparoscopic examination use spinal anesthesia. After procedure, monitor bleeding and vital signs and administer analgesics as indicated. After procedure, monitoring is very important. Vital signs should be monitored: BP, pulse, respiration, temperature, and especially bleeding and you passing urine. Likewise, inform patient that passing gas and bowel movements may be difficult initially because of the manipulation of the intestine. In the surgery, bowels are touching, so there may be some uh, difficulties in bowel movement. After hearing bowel sounds, the oral fluids can be started. Ambulation and fluids will be helpful in to relieve the difficulty in bowel or intestine discomfort. Advise patient not to have intercourse or to perform strenuous activity for 2 to 3 days and to report bleeding, cramping or fever. It is very important to see the doctor when there are any complications after the laparoscopic examinations. Standards of care guidelines: caring for patient undergoing gynecologic surgery. When caring for a patient undergoing gynecologic surgery, the following care is essential to prevent complications and to promote healthy adaptation. Discuss procedure with patient before surgery. Patients may have some anxiety or some problems. So you have to discuss with the patient procedure and what is going to done for her and what are the findings, what are the investigations reports. Likewise, you have to discuss with the verbalize with the patient regarding her surgery. Discuss procedure with patient before surgery. Does she know why surgery is being done? Does she know which organs will be removed or altered? She should have an right to know what organs are removing in this surgery. Does she understand the implications for childbearing, sexuality, menopause? Likewise, you have to explain all these things, answer questions and contact surgeon if necessary. It is very important to take informed consent before surgery. After the procedure, assess vital signs as frequently as indicated for signs of shock, infection, fluid overload, and atelectasis. Assess incision for drainage and signs of infection. What are the signs of infection? Redness, oozing, warmth, increased pain, fever. Likewise, you have to uh, assess the signs of infection. Assess vaginal area for excessive bleeding or foul smelling drainage. Foul, bad smelling drainage. Monitor intake and output. If there are drainage tube, you have to measure the drainage. If patient has an indwelling catheter, ensure that it is draining clear urine greater than 30 to 50 ml per hour. You have to measure the urine output. It is very essential to measure the urine output. Or urine leak in another place you have to observe. After catheter has been removed, ensure that patient voids in adequate amounts and monitor for urinary retention, no signs of infection. It is very important to monitor urine retention. How much of urine is passing after the procedure and any signs of infection, increase in the temperature, body temperature, or some other complaints with the mother. Ensure adequate IV fluid and then oral fluids, but monitor for edema and shortness of breath, signs of fluid overload. Likewise, you have to observe. You have to give the fluids inadequately, should not be overload. You have to identify if there is a fluid overload. Fluid balance chart. You have to maintain fluid balance chart 24 hours at the 7 uh, at the time you have taken the patient into your unit, and till then you have to monitor till another day morning 7 a.m. You have to count the urine output, intake, IV fluids, oral fluids, urine output, vomiting, drainage, everything you have to count, measure, and total should be taken, and after that you have to balance that. Negative balance or positive balance you have to identify, and then only you can get the idea about fluid intake. Then you have to identify if there is any complications, shortness of breathing. There are some signs of overload of fluid, pulmonary edema. If patient has pulmonary edema, you can identify with that proteus sputum, shortness of breathing. Likewise, you can identify. So then you have to restrict the fluid. Monitor level of pain and relief with analgesis, but watch for oversedation, hypotension, and decreased bowel sounds as adverse effects of opioids. Provide comfort measures such as positioning, splinting, incision during position changing or coughing. When coughing, give the abdominal to prevent abdominal pressure with your hands touching the abdomen. You have to cough. You have to ask the patient to cough. Apply nice pack to perineum. Auscultate bowel sounds for return, signaling progression of diet. Report nausea, vomiting, and loss of or decrease in bowel sounds immediately. Intervention for bowel obstruction may be needed. So you have to clearly hear the bowel sounds. Then institute thromboembolism prevention as ordered and monitor for calf tenderness. If she complained with any pain or calf tenderness, you have to monitor that, and you have to inform doctor to prevent complications, thromboembolism, DVT. Then encourage ambulation as early as possible, but encourage gradual resumption of activities according to surgeon's instructions. Notify surgeon of fever, shortness of breath, increased pain, excessive bleeding or drainage, foul odor, change in vital signs, urinary retention, decreased urine output, nausea and vomiting, or swollen tender calf, or pain in the calf muscle, or some signs of side effect, complications. You have to As soon as you know, you have to inform your doctor through the doctor, you have to inform to your surgeon. Okay, this is hysterectomy by through laparoscopy. Hysterectomy. Hysterectomy is a surgical removal of the uterus. 65% of these procedures occur during reproductive years. Hi, me. Thank you very much for